Well, I haven't done any videos for a while, and it's getting into the warm season again. So, rang up a couple of people that didn't want air conditioners and went and grabbed them off them fairly cheap. Two old Fujitsu Generals, both identical models, year makes, BTU ratings, everything's totally identical about the two. This one I've already cleaned. There's the other one I haven't cleaned. They're both, pretty disgusting. This one is actually. This one seems to be a bit worse. The condenser's nearly black. I can't imagine that smelling too good while it's running. Not pretty. Hopefully they both turn out just as nice. Very black on top. See how that one used to look? It was black on top as well. Try and get this bloody angle shit off because it was in a brick veneer house, and for once, whoever put these in years ago didn't use a fucking absolute shitload of silicone on there. It takes you hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to scrape off. It even looks dirty on the outside. Strange brand of compressor in these. It's probably not going to show up. It says Aspera, A-S-P-E-R-A. Can't say I've ever actually heard of that brand of compressor before. Aspera. Strange. One thing I did notice is these have got two exhaust air vents on them. One on this side with a lever for it. And one here as well. Actually wonder why it'd have two. One's useless enough as it is, just wasting cold air to outside. What's the model on this? AG1611ATR. Is it 4700 watts cooling, 4700 watts heating. 10.7 amps heat, 9.1 amps cooling, 1200 grams of R22. This one's had the 15 amp plug cut off it and had a 10 put on there, but the other one's got the original 15 on it. Both exactly the same model, AG1611ATR, 10.7 amps, 9.1 amps. Everything's the same. Serial number 8491. It's that 1984, 9th of the first month or something. Could even be older. A compressor the size of that friggin' thing, it wouldn't surprise me if it was. Even got brown suds. Hopefully this will do the job. Well, Well, that looks a shitload better. Doesn't smell like mould, sweat and cigarettes anymore. Can't really see the coils, but they've come up good. Bottom didn't clean up as nice as I wanted it to. A little bit of corrosion here and there, but there's no rust. Well, moment of truth. If I dare to turn it on. Yeah. If it doesn't take the power out. Press is running. Shit, that thing doesn't screw around building head pressure. Let's try high fan. Definitely a lot quieter. Much better heat injection and airflow at the back now. Shitload better. Some lines already starting to sweat up. Oh shit, that is cold. Comb those dents out afterwards. Well, it's a day later, and this first one I cleaned up's looking a shitload better. Gave the box a bit of a polish. Still a little dull, but at least it's not like two different shades of white, one gloss and one chalky. Still a bit dull, but definitely an improvement. Filter was pretty nasty. That's cleaned up well. Still in good nick. I've had to replace all the foam rubber around the inside of the box and top and side edges of the unit, and that all just pretty much just washed away with the hose. Nothing left of it. So I was losing cold air out around between the unit and the box, and probably pulling warm air between and through the evaporator. So yeah, I'm going to glue that all back in there. That's what the old stuff was like. Just broken down to nothing virtually. Here's a better look at the other one. Big pile of shit down the bottom. And some pretty dirty coils. A bit hard to get down in there to clean that out. Strange, this one's got a different colour blower fan on it. The other one's white, this one's like a orangey brown colour. It's pretty manky. Dead cockroach in there. Yummo. That's foaming up nicely. We have brown suds once again. We got this in a very light coat, 15 mils to a litre of water to condenser cleaner. That's how bad the bloody evaporator coil was. A hell of a lot better now. Yeah, that's gotten a bit hot. See this all the time, people chopping 15 amp plugs off and putting 10 amp ones on air conditioners, and they always melt around the body of the plug and the pins on active and neutral. Haven't seen earths melt yet, but funnily enough this one does look a bit melted. So on goes a new 15. And always chop the wires back a bit. I take pride in my work because somebody goes and buys this and sees, you know, bits of the bloody nylon insulation and shit hanging out and dodgy wiring. Well, that's going to get me into shit. As soon as the plug top's clear, you're going to see all that. Don't like the non-transparent replacement plug tops because you can't see what's going on inside them. If something goes wrong or somebody's wired stuff wrong, you can't usually see it until you have to pull it apart, of course. Much better. As in the past couple of years, when you buy plug tops, they give you a little diagram with them. Not that I need them, but it's always good just in case. It shouldn't get hot anymore. Well, I figured, fuck it, I'll do both of them anyway. 9 degrees, that's a very substantial improvement.